Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now the end of August of 2022, which means we're only getting closer to the other Star Wars TV shows that are about to be unveiled on Disney Plus Day, and of course at D23. That's really going to set up this new roadmap of the Star Wars universe. However, the real fun begins in, of course, 2023 at Star Wars Celebration of Europe. That's going to announce the roadmap even further. That's going to stretch all the way until 2025. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you also very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now, one thing about the new franchise, basically the new way that Favreau, Filoni, and Lucas are going to respect Star Wars moving forward, has a lot to do with the fact that Kathleen Kennedy is no longer involved on a creative scale. So she's only involved with the Acolyte, partially speaking, and Skeleton Crew fully, and that's it. So we have, of course, a lot of other projects in the works that's really going to bring fans to a brand new era of Star Wars, not just, of course, the Mandoverse, but also brand new points in time that we have never seen before in the Star Wars franchise. So moving forward with all of this, alright, on top of all of this, one thing that a lot of fans have been very skeptical over has a lot to do with the fact of what's been going on with Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni really making sure to bring back Star Wars Legends in the proper way. Now, there's a recent development that involves Kathleen Kennedy and exactly how Disney executives are getting very angry over the fact of what Kathleen Kennedy recently did with one of the new Star Wars TV shows. So let's get right into it, let's discuss about this, and let's really kind of get down to what the situation really is. So on top of that, alright, with both Disney and Lucasfilm now developing new Star Wars TV shows and films that will be unveiled in the next couple of months, creators Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are beginning to work on The Mandalorian Season 4 for the fans to enjoy. Now, it's noted, however, that behind the scenes, Kathleen Kennedy is dealing with more backlash from the Disney executives that have been giving her a very hard time since she made a recent decision for one of the upcoming Star Wars TV shows, that is Skeleton Crew, set to arrive next year. Now, one of the big things that Kathleen Kennedy is about to do in the Skeleton Crew series that Disney executives are very unhappy about is that she is set to be taking a handful of Star Wars Legends characters that George Lucas approved many years ago, and that she will be bringing them back into the Star Wars canon and repurposing and changing those characters drastically to better fit her vision for the Skeleton Crew show. Now, little is currently known about who the Legends characters are, other than the fact that they are going to be Jedi characters from Legends that will be changed significantly to the point that even Disney executives are aware that this is going to create fan backlash from hardcore fans and even casuals. Now, Kennedy's goal is to essentially do what Jon and Dave are actually doing with their shows by bringing in Legends characters, except Kathleen Kennedy will be actually changing not only their backstories but also their designs that will make the characters practically different visually speaking and personality-wise as well, while holding the original names. Now, Disney CEO Bob Chapek is trying to convince Kennedy to not go through with all of this, and that executives are also giving Kennedy an ultimatum now that if she goes through with all of this, that they will be taking more power away from her for the Acolyte show if she decides to change these Legends characters in Skeleton Crew that will appear in that actual series. Now, let me just stop here quick for a second. Now, I don't know if you guys knew about this or not, but Skeleton Crew is going to basically be Stranger Things in space. I don't know if you guys knew about this, we talked about this several times, but Kennedy seems to really always have this obsession with creating knockoffs of certain aspects of other movies or TV shows or whatever have you. And basically, this is the latest prime example, using Star Wars to essentially kind of leech off of the success of another show. So basically, here we have Skeleton Crew. It's going to be Stranger Things in space. That is literally the format. It's about Jedi Padawans that get lost across the galaxy. They are going to have these confrontations with monsters and different types of creatures that are going to stand in their way across their adventure. and different foes and the like. So you're going to have things like that. You're also going to have a lot of cameos, and a part of those cameos have a lot to do with the Legends characters. Alright, now these Legends characters, like I said before, we're not quite sure exactly who they really are, other than the fact that these Legends characters are going to be Jedi, and they will be repurposed and completely changed by Kathleen Kennedy. That's really going to give fans a very different perspective on the characters. Now, obviously, Disney executives are very angry about this. They're not really having it all. They have a lot of problems with what Kathleen Kennedy is doing. And rightfully so, because let's face it, you don't want to change characters drastically. You don't want to completely destroy established characters that so many fans love and enjoy. And that's where things get even worse, so let's get right into it more. So Kennedy is said to actually be ignoring Disney's demands, not surprising, and moving along with her plan to change these Legends characters in order to achieve her own vision in the Skeleton Crew show. Even Jon Favreau, George, and Dave are aware of what Kennedy is about to do, and view this as a disastrous move if she is to go through it all. Now, the Jedi Legends characters that will appear in Skeleton Crew are said to be also gender-swapped in the upcoming series in order to change the characters to her needs, something that executives realize, that Kennedy is going too far this time. However, Kennedy has full control over the series for the time being, and is able to do as she wants. However, Disney is now moving forward with altering the Acolyte further in response to all of this. So here's the deal about this too, before I get to the next point, is that Kathleen Kennedy said this before in the past, which goes to prove to us that she lied to the fans. When she talked about the sequels, when it came to an end, the sequel trilogy, she said that there was no Legends source material to pull from. There was no source material to use. Basically, making it out to be that Legends does not exist, yet here she is, taking Legends characters and repurposing them and completely changing their backstories, their designs, while keeping the same exact names of those characters, and throwing them into Skeleton Crew in the form of cameos. Now again, like I say, how important are these Legends characters supposed to be? Well, they're said to be quite significant that will appear in Skeleton Crew. And you can kind of narrow it down if you really want to think hard about it, because it's only going to be characters that are going to make a lot of sense to throw into a post-return of the Jedi era. So if you guys read a lot of post-Episode 6 Legends books, you kind of get an idea of who these Legends characters may very well be. It could be something as simple as some of Luke Skywalker's Jedi students, or it could be something also more complex related to some dark side or maybe even dark Jedi that are actually going to be implemented into the story. Who knows? So, like I say, I think that Kathleen Kennedy really just does not care about what the executives are saying about what they're going to do with the Acolyte if she moves through with all of this. But one thing is for certain is that this basically does confirm that she has an agenda, she doesn't care about the fans, and basically, Star Wars to her is just a business, strictly, and a story. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys have to say about all this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.